As you all have probably heard by now, money mindset is everything when it comes to manifesting more money into your life. And on today's episode of the No Bullshit Manifestation Show, I'm going to be sharing with you my top money belief to manifest more and more abundance into your life. So if you're wanting to really shift your energy into the place where you are easily and effortlessly attracting more money into your life, then this is the podcast episode for you. I promise it's a game changer, so stick with me all the way until the end. What's up, and welcome to the No Bullshit Manifestation Show, the podcast that demystifies all of the nonsense that surrounds manifestation and gives you a realistic view of what it's like to be on a personal, professional, and spiritual growth journey. I'm your host, Kat Kozad, manifestation and money mindset expert, and I'm so happy you're here. Let's fucking do this thing. Over the past 4 years since starting my intentional manifestation journey, I can say without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest area of change or like physical transformation that you can see in my life has been my finances. And I know so many of you have been around since the podcast has started and heard my story, but for any of you who are brand new, basically when I first started my intentional manifestation journey, I was $70,000 in debt, working 60 plus hours a week in a dead-end job, working paycheck to paycheck, and just really didn't know how to climb out of the financial hole that I was in. But once I started to implement the power of intentional manifestation into my life, everything started to change. Because prior to that, growing up, we didn't come from a family of money. My family, for a lot of my upbringing, lived paycheck to paycheck, and I always felt so broke and insignificant compared to my friends' families because they all were making more money, were able to go on vacations, do more things, whereas my family, we did the best we could with what we had, but we definitely struggled. And that environment that I had growing up really set a funky and scarcity-based money mindset for me, where money was something that I always wanted, but at the exact same time, there was this level of hate and resentment towards. And I found myself in some really toxic and challenging money situations and spirals and patterns to get out of. But again, when I found intentional manifestation, because what I always teach my clients and I always tell you guys is the first place you need to start is understanding what your current money story is, what your current reality is, what led you there in the first place, what habits, behaviors, emotions, so on and so forth towards money got you into the situation you're in. Once I identified that for myself and saw these patterns, because before, of course, there was like something I knew was off, but there wasn't the conscious awareness around it. And once there was this awareness of like, oh shit, okay, that is what I'm doing. Where did I learn that from? And looking into my past, being able to heal from those different things and then rewire the subconscious mind and come to a place of feeling so much more abundance inside of myself, creating that internal abundance and that internal wealth so that then that would magnetize more money and more abundance into my life, then everything started to change. And like I said, I'm going to be sharing my top money belief with you. This is the one that has been like such a game changer for me. But before I share that with you, I also just want to paint the picture of the fact that now money is a completely different ballgame for me. I have done the heavy lifting to rewire the structure of my subconscious mind for abundance versus scarcity. I have done the somatic healing to heal from my money trauma and heal from the traumas that you maybe think are not related to money in any sort of way, but essentially everything in your life is related to your finances because money is an extension of your heart. Money is an extension of what you are experiencing on an internal level. So even if it doesn't feel like it's directly related to money, a lot of the times the past traumas or limiting beliefs or patterns or whatever you may have, whether it be in your relationships or your work situation or just in how you operate on a day-to-day basis, that's going to impact your finances. And so before I share this one money belief, this one mindset shift with you, I really just want to lay out that understanding that one of the most beneficial things, if not the most beneficial thing you could ever do for yourself, is heal your relationship with money. Healing your relationship with money is going to be the biggest game changer in your life because money impacts every single aspect of your life. And if you don't believe me, pause the podcast episode right here and think about how money touches every single aspect of your life. From where you live, to the food that you eat, to the clothes that you wear, to the relationships and the dynamics that you have with other people in your life, to your daily activities, what you do for work, so on and so forth. Money literally touches everything. So if you have an unhealed relationship with money, then that's going to impact every single aspect of your life. And this is exactly why I created my signature program, the Abundant AF Babe Academy. And I am very excited to announce that the Abundant AF Babe Academy will be opening for enrollment for the final time this year. And this will be the last time that you are able to join the Abundant AF Babe Academy for well into 2024. But the Abundant AF Babe Academy has been specifically designed to help you manifest more money, abundance, and freedom through helping you identify what your specific limiting beliefs and traumas are. Because inside of the Abundant AF Babe Academy, not only do we do the deep subconscious reprogramming of those old unsupportive money beliefs, but we also help you clear the actual physical and energetic energy hanging out around money trauma inside of your body. And this is the 3rd year anniversary of the Abundant AF Babe Academy. I officially launched it 3 years ago in October, and I have now walked over 400 women through this exact process. And through all of the different rounds of the Abundant AF Babe Academy, these women have manifested collectively hundreds of thousands of dollars, many dream homes, many dream cars, many dream partners, so many incredible job opportunities, business started, so much abundance. So if you know that you want to and need to heal your relationship with yourself and with money, the Abundant AF Babe Academy is the perfect program for you. So you can get on the wait list right now to join the Abundant AF Babe Academy. Enrollment, like I said, will be opening later this month, but click the link down below in the show notes to join the wait list for the Abundant AF Babe Academy, because the wait list will always get first notification of when enrollment opens. But with that being said, I am finally ready to share with you the one money mindset shift that will absolutely change your finances. Ready for it? Okay, here we go. So the one money mindset shift that will help you completely transform your finances is that everything in your life gives you an ROI. So I'm going to say that in the way that I say it to myself. Everything in my life gives me an ROI. Everything in my life gives me a return on investment. Why is this such a powerful money belief to have? Well, because traditionally in our society, we are taught that in order for you to make money, you must work really hard for it. So therefore, when you are wanting to attract and manifest more abundance, more money, more wealth into your life, most people typically start to work harder, do more, effort more, hustle, grind to make it happen. And while yes, a lot of the times that does work because people have the belief that that is what is necessary in order to make that money, you reach a tipping point with it. Every single person reaches a tipping point where they cannot continue in the way that they have been in order to get more and more. It's really just like this place where you realize that forcing is no longer the way forward. And for a lot of people, myself included, this is something I experienced a few years back, is that when you cannot hustle and grind anymore to continue to move forward, then your finances start to plummet because you have so deeply ingrained this belief in the fact that that is what is necessary in order for you to receive more. And when you are not then doing that, that belief starts to work against you and have you head the opposite direction. Whereas believing that everything in your life gives you an ROI. Every single thing that you do will give you a return on investment. Then that means that when you are then taking care of your body, when you are resting, when you are out with your friends having a good time, when you're taking your hot girl walk, when you go to the grocery store or on that hot date night, or you travel to a new country, or you invest in yourself in some sort of capacity, or you're even just sitting on the couch watching a bit of Netflix because you want to unwind and relax, that you are getting a return on that. That every single thing that you do in life makes you money. You are making money just to exist. You are making money by putting yourself into alignment with the things that you choose to and want to do. That, if you ask me, is a much more effective and supportive belief to hold around money than the belief that you must work hard for it. Because if you listen to the podcast, you'll hear me talk about this all the time. But essentially, what you choose to be true for yourself is what will manifest. So if you believe that making money is hard work, then making money is going to be hard work. If you believe that you can only receive money through working or efforting in some sort of capacity, then you are only going to receive money when you are working or efforting in some sort of capacity. If you believe that money can only come through very limited avenues, then money is only going to come through very limited avenues. And that doesn't sound like a very powerful foundation for abundance, again, if you ask me. So if what you choose to be true is what will manifest into your life, then why not choose that everything in your life gives you an ROI? That making money is the easiest thing that you can do. That you get paid simply to exist. That money is an overflowing constant in your life. Why would you choose anything other than supportive beliefs that allow you to naturally get into the energy and frequency of money? And I do want to throw the disclaimer in there that this isn't just like you saying it one time or you saying like, okay, I'm choosing to believe from this point moving forward that everything I do in my life gives me an ROI, and then going back to your old habits, old beliefs, and not doing the work to reprogram your subconscious mind and heal your relationship with money. Because in order for this belief to truly be rooted into you, to be reprogrammed, to be your new baseline, I want you to think about it in the way of creating a space in a garden. So again, if you've listened to the podcast, you've heard me say this analogy a bajillion times, but the easiest way to think about this when you are reprogramming your subconscious mind is thinking about your mind as if it was a garden. So if you are wanting to manifest more money, but you haven't done the work to heal your relationship with money, and you haven't done the work to clear out the old limiting beliefs and the money trauma that you've experienced, is essentially like trying to plant big, beautiful flowers in a garden full of weeds. If you planted those seeds for those flowers, it just wouldn't work because the weeds are taking up the space. And there's not only the weeds on the surface level, but there's the roots to those weeds underneath the ground. And you must uproot those weeds and clear out the space from underneath the ground to plant the seed in its place. And then once the seed is planted in the place of the weeds, then you must tend to that belief. You must water that belief. You must continue to pull out any of those small little weeds that continue to grow back. But ultimately, with time and consistency of showing up, tending to it, watering it, then you will grow those big, beautiful flowers in its place instead. And so when it comes to really rewiring the subconscious mind and implementing this one belief of everything I do in my life gives me an ROI. Yes, you want to start reciting that to yourself. Yes, you want to use it as one of your affirmations. Yes, you want to bring it to the forefront of your mind as often as you possibly can. But you also want to be doing that groundwork to clear the weeds out of its place so that this belief has a clear space for it to grow. Without doing that work to clear it all out, it's really hard for that new abundance mindset to actually take place. And this is something that I see so often in the world of manifestation, is that there's not enough emphasis on the fact that that is so important. It is so important for you to dig up all of the shit from the past and remove it so that there's this space for long-lasting, sustainable change. Because ultimately, if you start saying these affirmations to yourself, you start to bring more consciousness to it, so on and so forth, yes, you will experience some change. But ultimately, because there's not the deep subconscious reprogramming yet, you will go back to what your baseline beliefs, habits, and behaviors are, because essentially that's an entire lifetime's worth of subconscious conditioning. So the scarcity mindset, the lack, the fear surrounding money, if that is what your baseline has been, if that is what you have been told and have been programmed to believe throughout your life, then even though you're making that conscious effort to say the affirmations, remind yourself of it, so on and so forth, most likely you will go back to this place of the scarcity long term. And that's why, again, really doing that deep subconscious work to remove the old things from the past, remove the old money beliefs, remove the trauma that is surrounding it, is what creates long-lasting, sustainable change. That is the name of the game. That is, in any coaching container you join of mine, what I'm going to be helping you do. Creating long-lasting, sustainable change. Not these quick wins that make you feel on top of the world, but then it crashes and burns, because that's not winning. That's truly just continuing to perpetuate the unsupportive, limiting beliefs that we have surrounding money and abundance and what we're capable of. No, what I want for every single woman who works with me is long-lasting, sustainable change. Change that you start to see now, but you're going to be able to continue to grow on for years and years and years to come. This is a lifetime thing. This isn't just okay, let's do it here and now and hope that it changes things for the future. It's no, let's start to address this now, and let's peel back the layers in the most applicable and bite-sized possible ways so that this is something that I can maintain and I can continue for the rest of my life, because this is where things get better and better. The better it gets, the better it gets. Because when you approach it in that way, you know how to manifest more and more abundance in a sustainable way for the rest of your life. So everything you do in your life gives you an ROI. Everything I do in my life gives me a return on investment. Lead with that energy. Move through your day with that energy. You'll hear me say this a lot as well, but it's not so much the action that we are doing, but the energy behind the action. So if you, outside of working, are moving from this energy of like, oh shit, I should be working, I should be doing something, I should be doing a money-making activity, or whatever it may be, moving from fear, moving from scarcity, then that is the energy that you're going to attract back into your life. But if you are operating outside of work in this energy of everything I do in my life gives me an ROI, everything I do is bringing me more and more abundance, then you are just opening infinite doorways to abundance. You are opening all of these pathways for more and more money to show up in your life when you move and operate in the world from that energy. So choose to move and operate from that energy. Choose to see what you are investing in, the groceries that you're buying, the way that you're treating yourself, the way that you're treating your relationships, the dreams that you have as the greatest things that you can get a return on, because they absolutely are. And again, if you are wanting to really, really deeply ingrain this into yourself and know that you are going to get such a massive return on your investment, I highly suggest joining the waitlist for the Abundant AF Babe Academy, because this program will quite literally change your life. Change your life and change your finances for the better forever. And there are limited spots available in the next round of the Abundant AF Babe Academy. So if you've been thinking about it, if you've been listening to the podcast for a long time, or if this is new to you, but you just feel this very intense draw to really once and for all heal your relationship with money, then get yourself on the wait list. Waitlist, as I said, will get first notification of when you can claim your spot. And this next round is going to be absolutely incredible. So that is what I have for you on today's podcast episode. Short, sweet one, but such a powerful one nonetheless. And I will chat with y'all on the next one.